Alrighty, guys. So, uh, we are back at it. So, the recycler or waste sorting plant finished building. It's going to take 45 people. We don't have that. Plus, if we were running the ship, we'd have even less. But it is starting to collect the recyclables. So, at some point, we will turn that on. Um, let's get the clock started here. So, since we are going to at some point turn that on, let's look at what this thing outputs. It outputs scrap iron, scrap gold, scrap copper, and broken glass. Okay, so we are going to build loose storage, all of those, and I don't think we need to build the big one. I think we can get away with the small one. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to do something we haven't used yet. Is U-shaped is sorter belts. And we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got them, right? And then this one is going to sort iron scrap. Where is it? Iron scrap. This one is going to sort copper scrap. Now the other two, the gold and the broken glass, I do not believe we can sort yet because we do not have them on our list. So those will have to sit idle until we are ready to sort them. But we'll be set up. So then this to here. Right? So now we are all set. Well, almost. This is scrap iron. Keep empty. And scrap copper. Keep empty. Because we want them flowing to the smelting. Right? So that's all set up. We're not going to run this right now. There's not a lot of stuff in here. And we don't have the people. But what we do need to do is get rid of this biomass. And we just finished organic fertilizer. And that is going to give us the ability to make our compost. But here's the thing. That recipe needs water. This water source is being stressed enough. It is slowly replenishing. The water locations do replenish. It is slowly replenishing. But I'm not going to take from it. We've already got all of this running stressed out levels as it is. We're waiting for people to come in, and then I can turn off the beacon, and we'll get our one unity back. So, what I'm thinking is now that we've freed up a bunch of trucks, why don't we do this? Why don't we put it over here and use this water source? Now, I don't want to build on the water source. It's not flat yet. But we do have space up here that we could put it on that is flat, right? All of this is 3. So we could actually put it there. And it's not hard to build the sucker. It is basically, let me open this up. If memory serves me right, it is 2 mixers. It's going to be a mixer for the fertilizer and a mixer for the compost. Now, I think we're going to do two compost mixers and one fertilizer mixer. And the fertilizer mixer is going to need the water, and we're going to take the water from over here. So we want mixer. Is under refining, right? No. Where is mixer? There is mixer. All right, so right. Yeah, because of where we are, we're inside that. How do we turn that off? I don't know. Anyway, so that's got plenty of room that the trucks ought to be able to get to it. They can get underneath of that. So if we put it over here, and we do it, say, closer to the water, right? We could do one mixer to make organic into compost. Let's do this in build mode. Pause. Right, so there's one for it, and that only needs the organic in and the compost out. And then we could do a second one right next to it and do the same thing. Organic in, compost out. And then we could do, I know we got the bins over there, but let's put a bin over here so that it can just start filling it up. We do a large loose bin here. And then U-shaped conveyor belt here and here. Now this for biomass, right? And then those are going to come out there and there into another mixer. Well, not into, because they don't line up. But that will give us our fertilizer. We just got to bring water in. Let's do something here, though. Let's bring our water in from the top. Right? And then our fertilizer out the bottom. It'll be closer that way. So now we want belts. Is this a flat belt or is this a U-belt? I don't know. We will find out which one connects, won't we? Will flat container connect? No. Will U container connect? Yes. All right, so it is still a U-shaped what you call it? Belt. Right? And then we're going to bring in water and we're going to bring out fertilizer. Now I want it to go ahead and continue to make fertilizer even if the farms aren't using the fertilizer. The question is, do we go with the big one or do we go with the little one? I'm going to go with the big one. I'm going to go with the big one so that we don't stop it up. Sure, we'll go with the big one. Because I do believe that when we get to here, yeah, fertilizer 2 uses fertilizer 1. So apparently fertilizer 1 doesn't use natural fertilizer at all. It doesn't go into it. Yeah, because I don't want to dick around with making it or setting that one up for a while. I don't think anyway. Because how do we make fertilizer 1 and 2? Fertilizer 1, fertilizer 2. Fertilizer 1 is ammonia and oxygen in a chemical plant. And then fertilizer 2 is limestone sulfur. Yeah, let's keep it simple for right now. Let's keep it simple, stupid. And then now this water that's not running right now, supplying what? It's supplying our concrete. And our concrete is full up. How much water does this need? It needs 12. These do 48 every 60. This needs 6 every 60. We're only running the one. 12, 24. So we're not half of that anyway. So we can take the water from there and bring it over there. I think we're going to bring it around the back. Take it around the back side. Here. 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 And over. And down. Right? Right. Okay. And then we got to take this out of here and bring it down to our farms. Which side do we want to take it on? This is getting crowded over here. Let's do it on this side. So we go pipe. Jump over the pipe, jump over the pipe, jump over the pipe. Can we jump over the pipe, please? Oh, come on. I want you to go over like you did before. I want you to go under. I want you to go over. It is height 3, right? Yeah. I guess because it's a big pipe, it's just wanting to go under. That's fine. Right? Right. Okay. Oh, we got our new refugees. Um, 59. 45 is 9 and 5, 14. This takes 35. Do we have to make another city block bigger and bring in more people? The problem is we're hurting on food. Why are we not 2 months? 2 months. 1.9 months. This one is the one that's doing veggies and. All right, I think we'll make it through. It'll be tight, but we'll make it through. I guess we're gonna have to probably do another farm field down here, which is gonna stress our water more, but we'll see. All right, maybe the fertilizer will help. Maybe the fertilizer will help. We get this set up and we get it going. Maybe that will help. So let's unpause this. Get this built. And waiting for materials. All right. I'm not going to use up the Unity because we got plenty of trucks right now. Maybe we'll use up the Unity for this one, so that we can start filling it up. All right, and temporarily, let's turn that off. So that's going to give us our fertilizer. All right, I know you need work. Please. What are we going to cut down now? You're going to cut down all of that. All right, how are we doing? We're getting there. All right, that's built. That's got its recipe. That's got its recipe. That's got its recipe. That's the water coming over. We're just waiting for the pipe to fill up with water. And we're waiting for you to bring stuff over to crunch it up into compost. We got to tell this biomass. So it's going to deliver there first because that's needs it to run. And then we're going to fill this with biomass, right? And we're going to do this. Empty. Keep that one empty. That one, it doesn't matter. That should send everybody scrambling to bring it over to here. All right, there we go. So that's got our biomass working, which in turn is going to get, whenever it finishes, going to start getting our what you call it here working. We might, because this is so slow. Well, no, it's 12 every 60. This needs 36 every 60. 12, 24. We could use one more, I guess. We can fit one more in here. We could fit one more in there. Why not? But let's do this way so that it brings the settings and everything. And then right? And then that should give it every cycle, it'll give it the 36 it needs. Corn farming. Yay. New research. We don't have any research set. All right. We need glass making, which needs the research lab. For the research lab, we need paper set up because we need to be able to make research. We need paper to be able to work. So it's going to take us a little bit to get that set up. Copper refinement is going to double our copper output, but we got to have acid to do it. So, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go through all of these. Increase the vehicle limit. That'll be nice. All right, and then that gets us everything down to there. And then we hit the research lab. And by then we'll have the paper production and what have you figured out. Uh-oh. 0 months. We might have a problem with our food. 0.2, 0.2, 1.2, 1.5. People are starving. I know people are starving. But these guys are ready to feed you. Aren't they? Waiting for water or rain. Oh, that's the green manure. Okay. But soon, fertilizer should be showing up. Right? If we target, does that help us with that? So if we target 100%, we got to bring this up. Okay. So that's going to start adding natural, that's going to bring in fertilizer. Okay. Vegetable maintenance, fertilizer, man. All right, so is this making fertilizer now? It's making fertilizer. And then that should bring fertilizer down and around. And it's flowing, it looks like. Why is it not going in? That's got fertilizer. Right? So it's just not using it yet. We got no water. Why do we got no water? Why for we got no water? That was unpause. Click deliver. No, it was waiting on a part. I was looking at blueprinting stuff, and when I took the blueprint up, it took one of the pieces of pipe away. So there we go, there's that. All right. We're gonna get this going. Back with it. Get them all three going. That should be enough to keep that running if we've got all three of them. All right, so there's that. We're working the food issue. Can we bring in food through here? Trade with the village. Will somebody give us food? Will you give us food? Doesn't look like it. Well, chickens, but we're not set up for that. All right, we'll have to suffer through not having the food for right now. 2 months. 2 months. That's not looking good. We're gonna lose people. That sucks. We're gonna have to build another farm because we got more people than farms. Which is gonna stress our water. Yeah, I know. All right. Can we... What does the mill give us? Animal feed. We're not ready for that yet. And bread, if we had flour. But we don't have flour because we're not growing wheat. And we're not growing wheat because we're not really ready for it. I want to go 1, 2 away. I'm going to run a pipe down there when I need to. And we're going to put another one in there. I know. Nothing I can do about it right now, guys. So this, we're going to copy and paste. I don't know if we need the green now or not. But we're gonna yeah, that's gonna hurt. This may be it for us because there's really nothing I can do food-wise right now. I can't bring in food. I can't make it magically appear. That explains why it didn't want to go the way I wanted it to. Because I didn't make it tall. There we go. Well, we'll have plenty of room to recruit. Not much we can do about it right now. We'll have to recover from it. Yeah, nobody can work fertilizer, but that's okay. At least if we can get this going again, and we can get these quick deliver, quick deliver. Potato, 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 vegetable. Maybe we need one more, because we were throwing away potatoes for a while. So if we put in another food market and we set it for just potato, when the potatoes come in and we start seeing it, yeah, maybe that'll help. Can't quick deliver it. All right. So right now, we are screwed, for lack of a better term. But we're going to have to power through it and hope that we can make it through. In the meantime, let us set up paper, because we need paper. So paper, paper, paper. It's paper. Paper. The way we make paper is in a chemical plant with wood chips, limestone, and steam. So, wood chips is in a shredder, which I think is here, right? So we take wood and we make wood in the shredded wood, into wood chips, and then we take the wood chips and the limestone and steam in a chemical plant, and that's going to make paper. So we need a chipper and a chemical plant. And a chemical plant is probably, there it is, chemical plant. How big is a chemical plant? Chemical plant's big. Oh, okay, we're on planning mode. Says it right there. So that's a chemical plant. And that's a shredder. And this is paper. So we need steam, we need limestone, and shredded wood. 6 wood gives us 12 paper every 60 seconds. This makes 24 every 60. So one of these will feed 4 of these. Well, we don't need 4. We just need 1 for right now. Now the next question is, we need steam. Let's do this. Let's pick this back up. Flip it. And put it down. So that's there. And that's limestone, which is loose storage. I'm going to assume that wood chips are loose as well. Yep. So there's that. This is limestone. This is chipped wood. Do we want to put a little storage here for wood? Just a small one. So in case the trucks are busy, because we got a bunch of wood, but it's right here. I could run a belt down. That would free up a truck. I could run a belt down. That would be belt, flat belt, flat lift. Flat belt. Is that going to block the trucks? Shouldn't block the trucks. It is going to block the conveyor belt if we conveyor belted it. We want a flat lift. In. Right? So that's going to bring the wood in. And that keeps those open. Alright, we're starting to gain food back. We're going to keep our population low until we get some food back. And then that's going to make wood chips. Wood chips is going to go into here. Limestone is going to go into here. Storage, little storage for now. Paper. Now we just need a boiler. Liquid, right? So, do we want a boiler gas or a boiler coal? Well, we don't have anything over here we can burn. So for right now, I guess we're doing boiler coal. That was dumb. Yeah. And then smokestack. And pipe to there. From there. To there. Loose storage. U-shaped belt. Hole. Keep full. Right? That should be the entire paper route. Picks it up, brings it down, chops it up, puts it in here. We apply steam and limestone to it, and we get paper out the other side. Good enough for me. We don't have enough workers, but that's okay. We're going to let our workers build back up to where we need them to be after we have crops. In the meantime, we can build this and then pause it. And we'll let it build as needed. Is our ship repaired? Our ship is repaired. Are we making diesel? If we are making diesel and we're making some, then we're okay. As long as we're making diesel and we're making power, the rest of it will recover as we build workers. We're still hurting, but it'll pick up now that we got more farms. And these are only making potatoes and planted crop. And we got our targets set for our fertilizer. We're just not making fertilizer. Boiler has no recipe selected. Well, you're a boiler. So, I want you to boil. That, wood chips. Oh, if we did wood chips into it, it would be 36. Let's pause this for a second. Let's look at this. If we did wood chips into the boiler, it would be 36 exhaust instead of 60. If we did biofuel or biomass into it, it would be 36 instead of 60. Huh. So biomass. Yeah, but we're running out of wood. I'm not going to burn our wood. Now that I think about it, we're not going to burn our wood. We're going to pause all of this anyway. So we'll let the wood get up to there, but then we're going to pause this anyway because we don't want we don't have the workers right now and what have you. But this, I hate to do it, but we're going to burn coal. Because we can't afford to lose the wood right now. We're not planting trees, and we're deforesting the island pretty quickly. So that's going to give us our paper. What else have we recycled? What else have we researched at this point? Not much. The large vehicles, but we're making them. Sulfur processing. The sulfur processing, sulfur water acid. That gives us better copper. Sulfur limestone gives us slag, which we don't need. Sour water, steam, gives us sulfur and ammonia and water, which we're already doing. We're doing that over here, right? And that's giving us sulfur, except that our sulfur is full now. So we were using it to make rubber. Now we're using coal to make rubber. Why are we using coal to make rubber if we've got sulfur? I mean, I had it set up for both in case the sulfur stopped. I get that. But I want it. That's why. It's prioritizing the damn coal. But we got more rubber than we need. Yeah, we want to prioritize sulfur usage. Dumbass. Alright. That's all doing its thing. We're starting to get back up on food. Let's get some workers back in, I guess. Because we need 22. Not enough workers. Oh, we need 146. Is what we need. But our food is building up. Alright, Captain's office is research. Now we're researching large generators. Right? And then we got cargo depot. Alright, that'll give us time to build up our people while we're doing this research. Because we took a hell of a hit. Slowed us down, but it did not stop us. Let's see if we can trade for some more glass. We can trade for some more glass. We haven't researched glass yet. So we can't start to even make it. But we do need it. Glass is going to take molten glass, glass, and slag. Molten glass is made either from glass mix, coal, or broken glass and coal. Right? And glass mix is made from sand, limestone, and salt. Weren't we making brine over here? We're making brine over here. We can start to make salt. Can we start to make salt now? We do not have salt yet. Glass makes salt production, that's why. So we got to come through salt production. And salt production is going to be seawater pump, which we've got. Evaporation, seawater pump, evaporation pond, or evaporation pond heated. One's more expensive than the other, but so what is the difference between the heated and the not heated? Evaporation pond heated. 60 is going to give us 12. 60 is going to give us 6, so it gives us more. Evaporation pond from brine, heated from brine, going to give us 24. The question is, do we want to use the power and get more salt, or do we want to not use power? Well, wait. They're both going to give us. It's just which one's going to use more in 60 seconds and give us more salt. I guess the heated pond's going to give us more. It requires 250 kilowatts, though, and 6 workers. So we'll probably start out with evaporation ponds and upgrade. And then we'll double them up. So we're going to do evaporation ponds, and then that's going to give us salt, limestone we've got, sand we've got, and that'll give us our mix, and that's going to go in a mixer. So we're going to go from salt to mixer to glass mix, and then glass mix, coal is going to give us molten glass, slag, and exhaust. And then broken glass coal is going to give us molten gas and okay. So the exhaust, we're going to have to clean the exhaust up. And then that's going to give us, a glass maker is going to give us glass and slag. Slag we're already taken care of. All right, so that looks pretty straightforward once we get to it. 6 months. We got anybody coming in? Less than 10 months, we get 18 refugees. Big deal. Yeah, we took a big hit. It's going to take us a while to build our population back up, I'm afraid. But that's, price of doing business. Maybe we'll build the other market here, get our food started storing up. And we'll just pause anything we can. But that being said, I think we're going to call it an episode, guys. I will see you in the next one, and we'll figure out the people. All right, bye.